Well, you may think you have an inexpensive vacation lined up until you get all those fees. Yeah, that's a big surprise. Today, Jim Pruder from AAA Arizona is here to help us budget for those additional costs. And a lot of them surprise you, and they could just ruin your whole vacation.
Those fees, Andy, have single-handedly turned the airlines from bankruptcy to just making billions of dollars.
Wow.
They're making huge profits. And last year was no exception. It went up 67% their income just on those fees alone. So you need to know, if you want stress-free travel, what you're getting into when you get into fees, because it's going to start right as soon as you, well, in fact, you can pay fees before you board by getting the priority boarding. They can charge you for that. They can charge you fees for the choice seating. People often ask, well, is it worth the choice seating? I say, it might be worth the $6 to $25 depending upon the hassle factor. And do you really want to?
Or if you're a big guy like you with long legs, and you don't want to be scrunched up in the right.
Right, or you don't want to sit next to the bathroom way in the back or the middle seat. So it might be worth the money, but they're charging you like for snacks and meals. So bring your own snacks and meals on the flight if you want to, and they're even charging you for pillows and blankets and the set. So. But know that even on the baggage, that if a family of four, or anybody traveling, you're allowed to bring on two things, a carry-on and then a piece of luggage. So even if you have a 2-year-old and you want to bring in a large bag, each paying passenger can bring on a large bag.
Okay.
And so do that.
So shove more stuff in your kids' bags and have them bring their own bag too.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And they're charging for the Wi-Fi. So just know that before you go. The other, a couple of other things, if you're booking your airline flights, try to book them online or work through a travel agent who does not charge. If you call the airlines, they'll charge you up to $25 just to book that flight, to talk to a live person.
You know, Allegiant Airlines, I've called and booked stuff with them, and they actually tell you, just so you know, if I'm going to book it here, it's going to cost you more, so if you want to go online. And I'm like, okay, bye.
Yeah, and everything is extra with Allegiant, but if you work it right, you can still get a great deal on an airline. And just a couple other real quick trips on flying to take the stress out. Try not to fly the end of the month, because oftentimes the crews, the pilots and the crews, have maxed their hours out. The plane will be there, but you won't have a pilot.
Oh,
and you have
good
to
to
wait.
know.
Don't take that last flight of the day, because if they cancel that flight, you're stuck somewhere where you may not want to be, and the overnight is on you. You have to pay that. The airline doesn't have to pay that anymore.
What about rental car fees?
Rental car fees is always a question of, do I buy the insurance, do I not buy the insurance? That depends on if you have insurance yourself. Call your insurance company and say, hey, if I rent a car, what am I liable for? Will you cover it? Call my credit card company. Will you cover it? Other big thing is gas. Do you bring it back full? Do you pay the fee on that? Liability on the gas, they're charging up to $9 a gallon if you bring it back and they have to fill it and you didn't take the prepay.
Sounds like you really just need to ask questions and know what you're in store for. What about the hotel and resort fees?
This is really something that people are surprised. They'll book a hotel and then find out there's up to $30 a day extra for a resort fee. Well, I don't want to use the spa, I don't want to use the pool, I don't want to use the business office. You still have to pay. The other one that surprised me, I got surprised on this only one time, and that was when you checked in at the hotel. We were on Coronado Island, and we're at a hotel over there, and they said, you want Valley Park? And I said, no, I'll self-park. Self-park was $18 a day.
Wow, they still charge you for that too?
They're charging you for that, and so just know what you're getting into before you do that.
Well, real quick to sort of wrap up the segment, AAA, you guys have some travel tips.
We do have some travel tips, and we have the deal of the week.
Oh,
It's the California Dreamin La Jolla Getaway. This is really a great deal, and what we have there is you can $229 per person, includes airfare, 2 nights at the 3 Diamond La Jolla at the shores. That's a good deal for. Airfare is usually more than that alone, so that's into San Diego.
That's great.
It's a great deal.
I bet we're going to be seeing a lot of people from Arizona.
Get out of the heat when it heats up, and it'll be a nice trip.
Exactly. Thank you very much. Every time you come on the show, we're always picking your brain about travel, so we love having you here.
Thanks.
All right, Steph, and we are also going to have all the information on our website as well.